Today we are discussing the emotions connected to your thyroid. Now, the thyroid has many components to it. It is considered an endocrine gland. So I'm going to discuss the emotions related specifically to hypothyroid. This is when someone is diagnosed with a slow thyroid. A slow or sluggish metabolic rate is occurring within their thyroid. And so the thyroid is a small gland that sits and wraps around the trachea. And so you have the larynx, which is higher, and then the trachea is below the larynx. So that's your windpipe. And so for men, this is right below the Adam's apple. That's the location of the thyroid. And so it's a nice butterfly shape. So the thyroid is the endocrine gland that communicates to the adrenal glands, the ovaries, or the testes for hormone balance. And so when we see a sluggish thyroid, there can be an imbalance with the hormonal system. We want that communication pathway nice, online, sending the signals to where they need to be going. So with a sluggish thyroid, there is a conflict within the thyroid that is creating hormone imbalance. It can also create constipation and coldness in one's hands, coldness in one's feet. So the extremities, there's lack of circulation, lack of flow occurring within the thyroid. And so it's important that we speed this up. If you have been diagnosed or experiencing some thyroid issues, you can take your power back and charge up your thyroid. And so the emotions associated with the thyroid gland are feeling powerless or feeling helpless. And now that is very common today in different situations, perhaps relationships, a job, or different friendships, or maybe wanting to help someone out, and you may feel some type of frustration with the inability to get them out of their own suffering. That can create the sensation or feeling of my hands are tied behind my back and I'm helpless. I can't help them. And so this would create the conflict within the cells. That is the conflict within the cells, feeling helpless, feeling powerless. The thyroid also has a correlation to repressed frustration or repressed anger. Inability to express one's frustrations or anger. And so all diseases that end with itis, thyroiditis, it is an inflammation of the thyroid. Any disease that ends with itis is going to be related to anger or frustration. It's heating up the body. It's upset. And so this is repressed anger or suppression of the emotion. An inability to express oneself fully. With that connection, it is around near the larynx. So there is some type of blockage here in frequency to express oneself fully, to let others know what they need, what they desire, the inability to communicate that verbally. Yes, there's different ways of communication. This one is specifically the verbal communication. And so this feeling, not knowing how to react to repeated situations that keep occurring, finding life hard or overwhelming. And now, of course, this doesn't just happen when one person just finds life hard due to a situation. This would occur from repeated thought processes of life is too hard, life is overwhelming. So the repetition of this feeling, the cells are listening to, and they will respond and slow the metabolic rate to slow down digestion because life is too hard, or perhaps the body feels it's hard to keep up with, too difficult to keep up with life. And so the sayings around the thyroid would be, I can't keep up. Do you find yourself saying that? I can't keep up, or I'm too slow. I feel helpless. This then slows down the digestion. The body responds to what is being said, what is being thought of. And so it's a feeling of being easily discouraged, and a feeling like others do not understand me. Others, it doesn't even matter what I say because they're not going to understand it anyway. So I'll just keep my mouth shut. So that's also a sensation that can be felt, the feelings and emotions around the thyroid. And so it's a feeling that I'm easily misunderstood. So it's just better if I don't say it at all. So yes, this can manifest with an iodine deficiency, also a lack of circulation, creating that coldness in the hands and the feet, and a slow metabolic rate, which will then create easy weight gain. You eat the fried chicken, you eat the pizza, and you gain weight easily from that, instead of just processing the food with ease. And so that slow metabolic rate is then going to create stiffness of joints and or constipation. And so it's time to take your power back, and you can take your power back by tapping onto that thyroid meridian, which runs from in between the pinky and middle finger, and this flows through both arms. So either arm you can tap here, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, whatever you're more comfortable with, and saying that I'm going to provide you with 2 affirmations that are very powerful to install into your unconscious mind and conscious mind. You're saying it out loud. And so I accept and welcome the emotions I have inside of me. I choose to verbalize them in order to free myself. The light that I have protects and shields me in every situation. And then you could repeat that 5 times. Another one here is I accept to remain true to my emotional and physical body. I am safe and have strength to face my responsibilities. I am the creator of my life, and I am in control of my life. I communicate harmony all around me. I confidently see life with a new outlook. I let myself be supported by life, free flowing with the ability to express myself. Beautiful. You don't have to believe this when you state this, but as you continually say it, the cells are listening. You are going to create this new concept into your body, and you will start to believe this. And so this is what we are installing into the system to rev up your metabolic rate, your thyroid, and can be a thing of the past to have been diagnosed with thyroiditis, Hashimoto's. It can be a thing of the past. Know that it's possible. You do not need to be on thyroid medication for the rest of your life. Yes, it can help. It gives you T3, T4. There's also other great things that can help. Iodine, thyroid glandular, which stimulates the gland on the physical component. So yes, you can definitely take supplementation to assist your thyroid, to assist the minerals that have been lost through this stress, but ultimately is now becoming aware of the emotions around the thyroid, the themes of the thyroid on the psycho-emotional level, to hit the root cause and really create deep shifts, lifelong shifts, to no longer have this issue, because you are going to take your power back to create lifelong shifts here.